Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach Ielts here in Lahore. Once again, I welcome you guys to my Ielts video. All my students in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, China, then in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and in Arab countries, especially in Saudi Arabia, UAE, and of course my students in Africa. A great hello from Asad Yaqub. This is a new series of Ielts reading, and if you did not watch the previous video, you must watch that as well. And if you have not subscribed my channel as yet, please go on and subscribe my channel and click the bell icon so that whenever there is a new video, you should be the first one to see, to comment and to like, okay, like that. Now in this video, I'm going to give you some tips to crack true, false, not given. For many students, many candidates who plan to take their Ielts test, this true, false, not given is quite confusing. Through this video, I am going to tell you how true becomes false and how false becomes not given. What is the difference between true and false, and what is the difference between true, false and not given? Are you ready? Yeah, in a very relaxed way, I'm going to just tell you, and if you like this dress, comment on that as well. It's the first time I'm wearing red kurta. We call it kurta in traditional language. So it's the first time I'm wearing this, so you must comment and tell me about it, okay? Well guys, let's take a start. You can see the question now. The question is, children with good self-control. Now underline self-control. This is what you need to find. The statement says, children with good self-control are known to be likely to do well at school later on. Now first you need to underline self-control, like children with good self-control are known to be likely. Now the words are known to be likely. These words are very dangerous at times. Because of that, it becomes true, it becomes false and all that. This is a very typical statement. Are known to be likely to do well at school later on. Later on means in their adult life. So there can be synonyms. Ielts reading, Ielts listening, it's just both of them, they are just a game of synonyms. Anyways, let's just see. So I'm going to scan for the word self-control, and I found this word in this paragraph, which you can see right now on your screen as well. Let's read this paragraph together. In a study carried out by Baker with toddlers and young preschoolers, she found that children with greater self-control, see that? Children with greater self-control solve problems more quickly when exploring an unfamiliar setup requiring scientific reasoning. So far, they have not said anything about children with good self-control are known to be likely to do well at school. They talked about children with good self-control, but they did not say anything about are known to be likely to do well at school later on. Let's read ahead. Then they say, this sort of evidence makes us think that giving children the chance to play will make them more successful problem solvers in the long run. Chance, right? For chance, they use the word likely. Okay, in the long run, for this they have used the word later on. So children with good self-control are known. What are they saying? This sort of evidence makes us think that giving children the chance to play will make them more successful problem solvers in the long run. Children with good self-control are known to be likely to do well. For to do well, they are using more successful problem solvers at school later on, and for that they are using the word in the long run. Okay, so this sort of evidence makes us think that giving children the chance to play will make them more successful problem solvers in the long run. In the long run means children when they are small. So in the long run means it can be school or any other place like that. So the answer is true. Clear? Do you agree? Do you convince yourself? Even if you're not convinced now, pause the video, read the question again, read the passage again, it's on your screen, and then go on when you are totally convinced. Let's go on. Question number 10. the way a child plays may provide information. Now remember, in true, false, not given, they always use the words like may, likely, chance and all that. The way a child plays may provide information about possible medical problems. Now for medical problems, they might use the name of any disease, right? Or they might use the word health issue, certain health problem, or they can just tell us that this disease. So the way a child plays may provide information about possible medical problems. Now remember, in true, false, not given also, once you find one answer, read ahead, you will find the next answer. Read ahead, you will find the next answer, and this usually happens in section 1 and section 2, at times in section 3 also, because they use the word the answers may be in passage order. So may means there can be some questions which are not in passage order, but usually they are in passage order. Now let's see. The way a child plays may provide information about possible medical problems. I go on. This is the paragraph where I found problem about diagnosis, and then there is a medical problem. Gibson adds, playful behavior is also an important indicator of healthy social and emotional development. From healthy, I understand my answer is going to be here. Then I read on. In my previous research, I investigated low observing children at play. How observing children at play can give us important clues about their well-being. Now, how observing children at play can give us important clues about their well-being, and the question is, the way a child plays may provide information about possible medical problems and well-being. They are using the word like that, and can even be useful in the diagnosis of, and for diagnosis they are using the word provide information about possible medical problems. We diagnose the medical problems, right? So possible medical problems and diagnosis of neurodevelopmental disorders like autism. Clear? So this statement is also true, because in the question they say the way a child plays may provide information about possible medical problems, and in the statement, in the paragraph passage, they say, in my previous research, I investigated how observing children to play can give us important clues about their well-being and can even be useful in the diagnosis of neurodevelopmental disorder. Now that medical problem is diagnosis of neurodevelopmental disorder like autism. Autism is the medical problem. That's why question number 10 is also true. Clear? Okay, very good. Let's go on. Question number 11 says playing with dolls. Now the clue word is dolls. You need to look for the word dolls. Number 1, was found to benefit girls' writing. Underline girls' writing. Playing with dolls benefit girls' writing more than boys' writing. Now two things. First you need to see where is the word doll. Then you got to see girls' writing, and then you got to see boys' writing. Now this is basically a comparative question, that playing with dolls is beneficial for girls writing more than boys writing, means the girls who play with the dolls, they improve their writing as compared to the boys who play with the dolls. By the way, when I was small, I used to play with dolls as well. So let's go on, and we need to find the word dolls if it is mentioned. Let's see this paragraph. It says here, Whitebread recent research has involved developing a play-based approach to supporting children's writing. Okay, now from the first line we get the idea that answer is going to be here, because in this paragraph they will talk about writing, and we got to see children who play with dolls, girls writing, it benefits girls writing more than boys writing. So question should be kept in mind. Many primary school children find writing difficult, but we showed in a previous study that a playful stimulus was far more effective than an instructional one. Children wrote longer and better structured stories when they first played with dolls representing characteristics in the story. Now, are they saying that girls who play with dolls, their writing gets some benefit as compared to the boys? They are not using the word girls and boys. They actually use the word children right? Children wrote longer and better structured stories when they first played with dolls representing characters in the story. In the last study, children first created their story with Lego. With similar results, many teachers, so they're using the word children. They did not say anything separately about girls and about boys, about their handwriting who play with dolls. Hence, the answer is not given. Yes, you are right. Exactly. Playing with dolls was found to benefit girls writing more than boys writing. This comparison is not given at all. So the answer is not given. And one warning, for true false not given, do not write yes no not given, and for yes no not given, do not write true false not given. Your answer will be wrong. Next question. Children had problems thinking up ideas when they first created the story with Lego. Now at the same time, in the same paragraph, we read about Lego. Now what is the question? Children had problems thinking up ideas when they first created the story with Lego. Now if children had problem thinking up ideas when they made their first story with Lego, then it is true. If they had no problem with ideas, they had a lot of ideas, then it is false. And if this phenomena is not mentioned, then it is not given. So let's go back where we found Lego, the last 2-3 lines. Same paragraph. In the first study, children first created the story with Lego, and then there is a star. Star means they tell the meaning. It's written at the end. Lego colored plastic building blocks and other pieces that can be joined together. Building blocks. Lego is basically blocks. With similar results. Okay. So in latest study, children first created the story with Lego with similar results. Now this is similar results. Then many teachers commented that they had always previously had children saying they didn't know what to write about. With the Lego building, however, not a single child said this through the whole year of the project. Means without Lego they had problem thinking up ideas, but with Lego, they say with the Lego building, however, not a single child said this through the whole year of the project. And by this they actually mean many teachers commented that they had always previously had children saying they didn't know what to write about. Now what's the question? The question is, children had problems thinking up ideas when they first created the story with Lego? Not at all. With Lego they never had any problem thinking up ideas. Hence this statement is false. Okay, clear? I mean, you should understand, and believe me, I never guarantee, but I can guarantee on the behalf of my videos that your reading skills are bound to improve. You're going to get good bands in Ielts reading the way I'm teaching you. Okay, let's go on. Question number 13. People nowadays. Nowadays means at present, currently, presently and all that. People nowadays regard children's play as less significant than they did in the past. You know, children, they play in the street sometimes at home they play. So people nowadays regard children's play as less significant than they did in the past. If people regard children's play less now as compared to the past, then it is true. If in the past they regarded it more but now they regard it less, then it is going to be false. And if they don't do any comparison of past and present about the importance or significance of the play or importance they give to the play, then it's going to be not given. So let's go on. The important words are like nowadays, then regard, and then significant, past and all that. Let's just go back and we read ahead. This is the last paragraph. It says somehow the importance of play. See that the first sentence of the paragraph tells us that the answer is going to be here. Somehow the importance of play has been lost in recent decades. Now this sentence is alarming, but we need to make sure what the answer is. Somehow the importance of play has been lost in recent decades. It's regarded as something trivial. It's regarded as something trivial. Importance of play has been lost. What's the question? People nowadays regard children's play as less significant. For less significant, they are using the word something trivial. Less significant, trivial, or even as something negative that contrasts with work. Something trivial and less significant than they did in the past. Now how do we get to know than they did in the past? Somehow the importance of play has been lost in recent decades. Means in the past it used to be more important, but now it has lost its significance at present. Let's not lose sight of its benefits and all that. So the answer to question number 13 is true, because they say somehow the importance of play has been lost in recent decades. The first thing, and second, it is regarded as something trivial. Now it is regarded as something trivial, and they say people nowadays regard children's play as less significant. Less significant means trivial than they did in the past, and than they did in the past is somehow the importance of play has been lost in recent decades. Clear? Good job. Now you should practice true, false, not given following the same guidelines. Maybe you might come up with this feeling that when we do the test with you, we understand everything, but when we do the test separately, we don't understand. With you, we are very clear. Without you, we are not clear about the questions and all that. It needs practice. This is the gap. If you understand with me, you should be able to understand without me if you pay more attention, and if you look at the questions from my way of thinking. If you look at the passage from my way of thinking, then you will understand it better. So don't worry, just practice. Everything is going to be roses for you. Everything is going to be fine. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I deserve your subscription, and you guys need me. You desire my subscription, okay? And I run another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. If you want to subscribe that, you can do that, and I have a page on Facebook, Asad Yaqub Ielts. You can like my page on Facebook as well. I also teach Ielts online. If you want to join my online Ielts classes, you can contact me for that. My WhatsApp number is given. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best with your Ielts reading, academic reading, and remember, this is the second video. There is going to be the third video which you must watch about this series. Take good care of yourselves. Happy reading. Allah Hafiz.